Hi, this is Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas. So today we are going to go over for our heat transfer tutorial how to apply heat transfer to a painted raised canvas. Now this is just a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. I painted it with the Master's Touch and a teal green, and then I took and dry rubbed over it and put some alcohol on it so it kind of give it this cool texture finish. Nothing too fancy about it. And what we're going to apply is the Spectra holographic chrome heat transfer vinyl to it. So I went ahead and cut the design. Now this is a thicker material, so what you're going to need to do is when you send something like this to cut, you will cut it on your glitter settings. Even though it is a smooth material, because it is so much thicker, it needs to be cut a little bit deeper. So we're going to start off by going ahead and weeding the design. And I love putting heat transfer on canvas. It's super pretty, and holographic is so big right now. So it just gives a new dimension to the project. So we'll go ahead and weed this design. Now I went ahead and weeded the bottom half of the letters. This is, as I said, going on a 16 by 20, so this design I cut it at 14 by 18, so I had to cut it in two separate pieces on my Cricut. Now I switch back between my Cricut and my Silhouette all the time. Most of the time when I'm doing my design work, I lay it all out in Corel Draw before and save it as an SVG and import it into either Silhouette Studio or into Cricut. So let's go ahead and get this weeded. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay my handy dandy t-shirt guide on here so I have my center mark. So fold the design in half just like I do for shirts, crease it so I have a center mark. Okay. So as I said, this design is a 14 by 16 inch design. So, and as you see, I went ahead and pre-cut this part. We're going to go ahead and move this up just a hair. Okay. Now, I put a couple of composition books under this so that way I would have a nice firm surface, because this is, again, as I said, a raised canvas. My heat press is set to 320 degrees at medium pressure. So we're going to do each section for about 15 seconds each. So, and the easiest way to do this, whenever I just leave the composition books in place, and then I just move the design over and up so that way each piece lays under the heat press. So we'll go ahead and move to this bottom section. And it gives it a nice firm place so that, as I said, this is a raised canvas, so you want to have nice and even pressure. So let's see. So we're going to go ahead and move to this bottom corner. Checking to make sure we have the books under there correctly. And it is a fast and easy project. The paint doesn't take long, especially when you do the dry rub on it. As you know, I like projects that we can finish pretty quickly and that doesn't take a whole lot of time. I want something that I can do and be done with and then have something pretty to look at. So now we're going to move this up. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to this top corner. And then we'll double check it once we press this down to make sure all the edges are good and sealed, especially with it being a raised canvas. So let's see. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start down here at the bottom. Slowly remove our transfer material. And this does get nice and hot. So as you can see, it lifts just a little bit. So what I will do is repress that just for a second to make sure it's all sealed down. Hot. And this gets super duper hot compared to some of your other projects because we are raising it and the composition books underneath help transfer the heat. As I said, it gets super duper hot. But again, it is not a super hard project to work on. So and you see, the longer you let it cool, the easier it is to peel. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to turn this puppy sideways like this and get this edge under there. We'll repress this one for about 10 seconds. And then we'll move it up and make sure all the edges are sealed. Okay, now we're going to move the canvas like so. So we have the pressure under there evenly. Ten more seconds, and we're going to do this 2 more times, and then we should have a nice done project. So, as you can see, it's laying down for the most part nice and smooth. I can smooth a little bit out with my fingers. This is a raised canvas again, so this is a little bit more difficult than your flat canvas, but once it's down and it cools, it's not going to sit there and come off. So, okay, now we just got the one little top corner to finish. Right over here. Make sure everything that's under the press is covered. Teflon sheet is important. It's protecting the vinyl, and it also protects the painting or whatever surface you're using. I don't ever heat press without my Teflon sheet. That way it keeps scorch marks, and if you get anything on the bottom side of your heat press, it keeps it off there. So there we go. As you can see, ooh, hot. Because as I said, this is a foil, it gets super hot compared to others, but it's all nice and stuck down. Looks great. Can stick it out now and it's done, and doesn't take a whole lot of time. Now remember, go ahead and hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions or have any ideas of what types of tutorials you want me to do, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. We are still giving away our scrap pack, which will be given away this Saturday. So if you subscribe, you are entered in, and if you go to our Facebook and like and share our page, you are also entered in. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, and y'all have a great day.